Good afternoon. Welcome back to Ready, Prep, Survive. This is Lesson 101, Part 1. What we're going to go over today is what I consider the basics of getting your family on the same page of prepping. Hopefully, this is a family affair. It's not just one person deciding to get their family ready, because believe me, it takes everyone in a family to be prepared. Everyone has to know certain things, everyone has to be responsible for certain things, and everyone has to be ready. So what are we going to do today? First, my first recommendation is have a family meeting. Sit down with your parents, your children, whoever is in your prepper group, and start the plan. This is where I recommend that you have your notebook or a piece of paper or just something to take, put down information. I'll have all of this available, if you would like to have copies of whatever we go over at each lesson. So the first thing is your family meeting. The second one is a family plan. And when I say a family plan, if you are a husband and wife with children and you both work, then you need to know where to meet. Is there a phone number that everyone can check in with, that everyone will know and you can tell each other, this is where we are, this is what we plan to do. This needs to be a stable phone number that will be answered somewhere so that everyone knows that when they call in, it's going to be answered and information will be relayed. The second is who will pick up who. When you have a couple of children and you've got some in school, some in daycare, some staying with family members, some staying with friends, when you're trying to get ready for a disaster, you need to know that your husband is going to pick up the children, or your wife is going to pick up the children, that you're going to meet at your designated site, that everyone has called and checked in to said we're okay. And these are simple things, but they are necessities when a disaster strikes and everyone is stressed. There's so many different types of disasters in this day and time. To be specific about one, we're not. This is not the SHIT plan. This is not the WROL plan. This is a plan to have your family survive any disaster. So, now you've picked up the children. And everybody's ready and they know where they're going and they know what they've got to do and they know where to meet. That's the ultimate importance, that you get your team together. Now, the third part is, who are you prepping for? Is it your family? Is it extended family? Your father and mother? Your sisters and brothers? Everybody has to have a part. So when you're planning this, start small and grow. When you're putting together a prepping team, everyone has to be on board. Everyone has to say, yes, I agree. Yes, I'm willing to take the time, the effort, some money to be ready for a disaster, and I want to learn how to do it. The last part is, what is the first thing do you do to start prepping? Well, as I say, get a notebook. Because when you're starting, everything seems overwhelming. Some of the things that you can see on the table are inventory sheets, a gun, books, flashlights, food. All of these things are necessities, but what we're going to start with today is the basics. I'll have available, if you'll email me, an inventory sheet that you can start taking inventory. My inventory sheets are, as you see over there, probably there are 30 pages. The first thing that you want to do is go through your house. See what you have. Do you have flashlights? Do you have an emergency radio? Do you have candles? Do you have a fire starter? Whether that be matches, whether that is a regular fire starter, but that's getting a little ahead of ourselves. The basic thing you need to do is what could you hunker down in your home with, and what do you have in your house? When you first go through your house, you're going to be amazed at how many things you have that are prepper usable. Flashlights, batteries, candles, all those things are necessities. So what we're going to ask that you do today is your first objective in this Lesson 101 Part 1 is to have a family meeting, to get ready to prep. So once we get ready to prep, then your second thing is who are you prepping for? And is everyone on board? And the third thing is what do you do first? And that is go through your home. Look at places where you could store things. Look at the things that you already have. Do you have 5 flashlights, and are they all scattered around? Is one in the bathroom, one in a bedroom, one under the bed? Who knows? Put them in boxes. Put them in a safe place. Put them in something that you can access easily and everyone knows where they are. So now you've got 6 flashlights and no batteries. So the first thing on your we need to have list is we need to start stocking up batteries. Batteries are expensive. There's 2 ways to go. First, I would suggest just get some regular batteries. And then if you can, invest in the rechargeable batteries. That's primarily what I've switched to over the years. Candles are a necessity. I'll bet you have a dozen candles in your house, but they're in drawers. They're in the miscellaneous drawer in the kitchen. There may be some on a counter in the bathroom. You never know. But know where they are and put part of them in your ready box. Now then, when I call a ready box, it's a simple box. It can be a plastic box. It can be a cardboard box. Remember, I told you this doesn't have to be expensive. And everything we've talked about today is coming out of your house, and you don't have to purchase anything except maybe batteries. But now you've got your list started. You know you have batteries. You know where they are. And if you don't have an emergency radio, put that on your list of things you need to invest in. You can pick up some of the very inexpensive, rechargeable, crank type, emergency, NORAD, disaster weather radios for less than $50. There are some out there that you can find on sale for less than $25. I recommend that you buy something that is crank and maybe solar, because the solar ones will recharge themselves, and you don't have to sit and crank every 5 minutes trying to hear what the news or weather is. All right, you've got an agenda. You've got a list of things to do. So what do I say to you? Ready, prep, survive. Let's start, and I'll get back to you in the next 4 or 5 days, and we'll do some more. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you are ready to get ready, and that you'll join me again for Lesson 101, Part 2. God bless.